What's your best fire me, I freaking dare you moment from work? I worked mornings at this gas station next to the highway. Same shifts for 3 years, 4 a.m. to noon. The owner, Pete, was this old guy who treated everyone like they were stealing from him. Made me count the register 3 times every shift. Checked the cameras to see if I was sitting down. Once wrote me up because I gave a homeless guy a cup of water. Said I was wasting company resources. But what Pete didn't know was that I spent those early morning hours studying. Not for fun, for the bar exam. Yeah, the one that makes you a real lawyer. See, I went to law school at night while working days. Took me 6 years instead of 3, but I did it. Never told anyone at work because they all thought I was just some loser who couldn't get a better job. Pete loved reminding me how replaceable I was. There's 50 guys who'd kill for your job, he'd say, counting the cigarettes like I'd stolen a pack. Most mornings between 4 and 6, the store was dead, so I'd sit behind the counter with my laptop, reviewing case law, memorizing procedures. Pete thought I was playing games. He'd check the cameras later and yell at me for being on my phone. I just nodded and apologized, let him think I was worthless. Tuesday morning changed everything. I was organizing the energy drinks when Pete stormed in earlier than usual. Face red, breathing hard, started screaming about inventory being off, said 20 lottery tickets were missing from last month's count. 20 tickets at $5 each. That's $100. He pointed at me, spit flying. You think I'm stupid? I know you took them. You're done. Fired. Get out. I stayed calm. Asked to see the inventory sheets. He laughed. Said I didn't have the right to see anything. That's when I smiled. Actually, Pete, under state employment law, you need documented proof of theft before termination. Section 448.110. Also, falsely accusing an employee of theft without evidence, that's defamation. Big lawsuit energy right there. His face went from red to white. Asked me what the hell I was talking about, so I pulled out my bar card. Fresh ink. Passed 2 months ago. Been practicing with a small firm on weekends. Also, Pete, I've been documenting every labor violation for 3 years, making employees work off the clock. No breaks during 8-hour shifts. That time you made Sarah clean the bathroom with no gloves because you were too cheap to buy them? All written down. Time-stamped photos, too. He started stuttering about misunderstandings. I kept going. Oh, and those lottery tickets? I know where they went. Your nephew Jake sells them at the bar down the street. Half price. I've got 3 people willing to testify they bought stolen scratchers from him. Scratchers with serial numbers matching our inventory. Pete backed toward the door, hands shaking. Tried to say we could work something out. I shook my head. Here's what's happening. You're gonna pay me 6 months severance. Cash. Today. You're gonna write a glowing recommendation letter. And you're never gonna threaten another employee again. Otherwise, I file the lawsuit this afternoon. Criminal charges for the lottery tickets. Labor violations going back 3 years. Your choice. Took him 20 minutes to get the cash from his safe. Hands shaking so bad he could barely count it. Signed the recommendation letter right there on the counter. Even added a line about my excellent work ethic. I walked out of that gas station at 5:23 a.m. 6 months pay in my pocket. Sun just coming up over the highway. Pete still standing in the doorway, looking like he'd seen a ghost. Started my new job at the firm the next Monday. Real desk, real cases, real respect. Sometimes I drive past that gas station on my way to court. Pete's still there, checking cameras, counting cigarettes. But now when he sees young employees on their phones, I bet he wonders what they're really doing, what they're really learning, who they're really becoming while he's not paying attention. Because that's the thing about treating people like they're worthless. Sometimes they prove you wrong, and sometimes they do it with a law degree and 3 years of evidence.